Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. It's been a little while since I've done a baby card, and there's a great baby stamp set in the Celebration catalog. I'm looking here, and I don't really know what's going on with this here, but it's a rainy, dreary, yucky kind of day, and I guess that's what it's going to be. So anyway, I'm going to switch this camera around, and we will get started. I'm glad you're here. Okay, sorry. All right. I think that is a good angle. There we go. Okay, so this stamp set is called Cradled in Love, and it is in the mini catalog. Sorry, not the mini catalog. It's in the Celebration catalog. So if this is something new to you, or you just need a refresher, right now during January and February, Celebration is running. It started January 4th and goes till February 29th. But I will tell you that the items in here are while supplies last, so I would not wait on that. But with every $50 purchase or $100 purchase, you may select an item out of this catalog. So this one I'm using here is called Cradled in Love, and it's right here. So with the $50 purchase, you can choose that stamp set for free. I'm also going to be using some paper from this Flight and Airy Designer Series paper pack, and that is also free with the $50 purchase. So with a $100 purchase, you could get both of those, or there are other options in this Celebration brochure. Okay, so this is right here what I'm going to be working with today. All right, so Cradled in Love. I'm going to set that aside. And the pieces that I'm using, I'm going to be using a piece of crumb cake cardstock. It's an 8.5 by 11, cut in half. I've already scored it, and I folded that in half, okay? Then I have, let's see, I have a piece of white cardstock. That is 3 inches by 4 inches. And then I have these two pieces here, and they are from the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper. So you can see the birds that are on the back. If you wanted to use the birds, you could absolutely. But I'm going to be using this pinkish side. So this is 2 inches by 5.5. 2 inches by 5.5. This one here is 3/4 inch by 5.5. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside for just a minute. I want to take this piece here, my base. All right, I'm just going to cut off 1 inch off the front of it. Okay, and if this is a paper trimmer, fantastic paper trimmer. If you do not have a good paper trimmer, I recommend this one. The features of it that are great, it has a cutting blade and a scoring blade right here. People ask me on a regular basis how I score things. This is a scoring blade right here, and it comes with the trimmer. And then it also has this arm that goes out for you to measure longer pieces. It goes up to 17 inches over here. Okay. So that's the paper trimmer. I'm going to slide that out of here. All right, so I have this piece here. I'm going to take this one, and we'll put some adhesive on here. And I'm going to lay this down. Lay your front piece down, and then I'm laying this. It's going to go top to bottom, but I want it evenly spaced on the right and the left. Okay, so there's that there. I'm going to take this other piece here. Put some adhesive on here. All right, and again, top to bottom, but I'm going to go over and just leave, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch on the left side. All right, so that's what I have at the moment. I didn't at this point, but if you want to, when you're done, if you wanted to put like a piece of white paper on the inside for your writing, you can do that. I just left it blank at the moment, and you can just write right in here, but you definitely can add another little piece in there if you wanted to stamp something else on the inside, or just wanted to have a separate piece for writing. But I'm going to leave that at the moment like this, all right? And let's grab this white piece here. Again, this is 3 by 4 inches. I'm going to use my Memento black ink pad, and we're going to stamp the little bassinet. Okay, I want room for, there's a little rug that goes underneath, so I want it to not be at the very, very bottom. Make sure you guys are seeing this in the camera. I think you're good. Okay. So I want it to be up a little bit so I have room for the rug. We're going to press that down all the way around. Pull that up. There we go. And then there's this little mobile that goes on the top. And there are different pieces of it, but so you could just leave it as the bassinet like that if you wanted to. But there is a mobile that you can add to the top, and because it's a photopolymer stamp set, you can see right through it. So I'm going to take this and we're going to put that on the very top up here. There we go. That's the arm. And then it has little pieces. There's like a sun and a moon and a little fish hanging at the top. So let's put that here. There we go. And then here's the rug. Okay, the rug, the way the rug is, it has these little indentations. I don't know if you can see that there. Those little indentations will go not at the bottom of the bassinet here, these two here. You want it up at the top so that the rug is underneath the bassinet. I'll show you in just a second here. Okay, I'm going to slide that up so that it's not down here, but I want it to be up at the top legs, like the back legs. And we'll stamp that down. And there you go. Okay. So that's how all those pieces go together. So yep, you do have to do stamp separate little pieces, but because it's photopolymer, I think it's relatively easy to be able to see through. And then this is just, I'm pulling out the Stampin' Blends again. I'm going to use Bubble Bath. This is one of the newer colors. So let's add some Bubble Bath. I'm going to use the dark Bubble Bath around the edges. And again, I'm not being super exact with it, but I'm just going to color around the edges. There's not really a rhyme or a reason. You just want to get the shading so it doesn't all look exactly the same. Okay, and then I'm going to use my brush end. And I'm not going back and forth. It might look like I'm going back and forth, but I'm not. I'm actually just pulling from the dark to get it to shade. So I'm picking up in between each of my brush strokes, so I'm only brushing one direction. If you go back and forth with these markers, you will ruin the brush tip pretty quickly. And they're not like a ton of money, but they are a little bit more costly. So you want to make them last as long as you can. I think they're so worth the money though, because I just think they are great for coloring. Okay, so there we go. So we have a little bit of dark around your edges, and then it's lighter in the center. All right, I'm going to, let's see. I also want to take this pink, and I'm going to have this, while I have this out, let's use the brush tip. It might be a little easier for these spaces here. I want to have this, like the bedding on the inside is going to be that pink color also. So we'll get that right away. It's a little tricky sometimes to tell what's supposed to be the bedding part and what is the rails, so you can kind of just do a little bit at a time and it will fall into place. And I'm going to use my dark pink for this blanket. And I'm going to use dark like where the seam, like not the seams, but where the wrinkles are, the folds of the blanket. And then I'll go back in with my light color to color in the rest of the blanket. And it just gives a little variation. Okay. That in there, that's good. And a little bit down here. And you'll notice I'm not even like being super exact with it. And then I'm going to use the yellow, and that's going to be the stripe on the in-between. Let's use the bullet tip. If any of you are just like totally enjoying Stampin' Up! Products, you enjoy the creating, you might enjoy sharing with others. If you've even thought about maybe being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to chat with you about that. No pressure at all. Just asking questions is not a commitment on your part at all. So if you have any questions about that and you would like me to, I can answer those things for you. Shoot me a message. Okay. So let's do the large fish here. I'm doing this fish in the soft sea foam. You might want to do it in a blue color. That's up to you. It's sort of, I guess, is a little whale, but I'm doing him in seafoam. That's the beauty of stamping and coloring your things. You can just color in whatever color you would like to do it. I'll do this top part here. And I'm going to use the seafoam up here also. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go in with my crumb cake. This is a crumb cake, right? I think. Yep, dark crumb cake. I'm going to use this is probably the most time consuming because there's a lot of little parts with these bars, but it goes pretty quickly. Just to give you some ideas again, as a demonstrator on my team, I just started this past Sunday was the first time. We're doing a Sunday night just coffee and chat time. So we do it via Zoom because some of the demonstrators live in my area and some do not live near me. So we just once a month, that's it, once a month on a Sunday evening, just for a half hour, that's all, just to get on Zoom and just be able to chat about life and what's going on and be able to see each other's faces. That was our first time doing that on Sunday night, and that was fabulous. So maybe you want to join us in February. That would be fun, and it's totally optional. And then I'm here to support you. And if you just want to be a happy shopper, that's fine. If you are interested in earning a little bit of money, that would be great also. But you let me know what you're interested in doing, and I will support you wherever you are. For those who are just interested in the products, right here you go, stampingontherock.com. And if you're just here to just get some ideas and create with what you have, that's good too, and I'm glad you're here. So I think there's just huge benefits to creating. I think it's soothing, it's relaxing, it's a stress relief. So I don't know how you are with watching someone else color, but I just wanted to do this all on here so you could just see that it really doesn't have to be time consuming. You obviously could spend as much time as you want to, but I know sometimes we just have a lot going on. I did read something today that I thought was very interesting. It says most people aren't busy, they're just distracted. And even for myself, that was a little bit of a ouch. Because we all like to say we're so busy doing all these things, but yet we are so distracted by so many things too that make us seem like we're busy, but we just get really distracted by all that's going on. So that hit home for me as much as maybe it does for you. Okay, so coloring this in, the rest of this bassinet, it's almost done. And again, these markers are called Stampin' Blends if this is new for you. Let me do these legs here and then we're finished with this. I used to just do everything off camera and kind of just put it together for you. But I think sometimes that's hard if you don't really know how something works. So maybe it's better for me to do it on camera so you can see exactly how the different products work. If you have a question about any products that we do have in the catalog and you would like me to feature them in an upcoming video, shoot me a message because I would love to do that and help you out. So there we go. Oh, let's stamp some words on it. I didn't even think about that. Let's do just welcome little one. Welcome little one. Where do I have it? Do I have it here? I think so. Okay, stick with me for just a second. Let me find, here's welcome little one. And let's do it maybe in, let's do it in the crumb cake color. Let me grab that ink pen. crumb cake. And we'll stamp welcome little one. Guys, I don't know what it's doing at your house, but it is just raining really, really hard outside at my house. There we go. Okay, welcome little one. And then we'll take some dimensionals. Let's put dimensionals on the back here. Oop. Remember, I've said this before, but remember with the Stampin' Blends, they do bleed through. So you can see the coloring bleeding through there. So just make sure you have scratch paper underneath when you're coloring that. And we'll take all these backings off of here. And we're going to put that on here. And there you go. And there's your card there. Welcome little one. And look how cute that is. And then like I said, if you wanted to add a piece in there, like maybe a bubble bath piece of cardstock in the bubble bath color, you could put that on the inside for your writing, or you could just leave it that way and do it that way. So there is your baby card. And that, again, that's from the Celebration brochure. And all of this can be found right here on the website. Any questions? I'm here. Talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye.